Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, guys. Let's take a look at the euro currency. So as you can see, miracle hasn't happened. So central bank in Europe confirmed its dovish policy, but also the Christine Lagarde said that they have to reassess the ways and tools how they calculate and measure the inflation, because the way how European Central Bank measures the inflation and the tools and steps that were taken for stimulating the inflation, stimulating the consumption, some stimulus to the economy, liquidity injection, brings no significant result to the economy. And she said that probably these measures should be reviewed, and that was the reason and subject why investors are worried about this statement, because currently it's still the question in what direction, in the way how the European Central Bank will review these measures and what steps will be taken. So, because it could make the real impact on the stimulus program. As we said, currently the cornerstone of the European Central Banks, I mean the Bank of England as well, European Central Bank and other European countries, is all around the stimulus, because all other things hardly could be changing in the nearest time, because its overall economy stands in a critical but stable situation. The statistics barely stands in the positive area, almost shows some stagnation in the economy. Rates already stands at the 0 points. So from in this area, European Central Bank hardly could do something. But managing the stimulus measures, so that's the way how it could impact an overall situation. And for that purpose, they need first to come to some agreement on how better to manage this stimulus and how to change them. And the changing of the stimulus, especially investors are worried about the reducing of the liquidity injections in the economy. So that's really could make impact on the currency and on the stock market as well. So currently you can see that in general investors treat this statement as dovish from the Christine Lagarde, and you can see this market has dropped below this trend line. Technically, guys, in this breakout we see nothing good for the market. Maybe it's a bit too early to speak on some downward drop back to the 108 lows, but taking into consideration that this pattern also stands on the weekly chart, and we see the downward breakout of this wedge pattern, it's promised nothing good to the bulls and to the perspective of the euro. So you can see that market is breaking through the confidence support on the daily, which by itself very strong level. It's breaking the idea of normal ABCD action here, because market is turning down, as we said. That's why we worry about this overall action, just because market has turned down after strong rally and completion COP target, mine retracement, and then here's market has to continue higher, but suddenly it has stopped and turned down again. That was irrational stop, which is stands in contradiction to normal price action of the bullish market. This is not natural action, guys. Well, and that makes us worry, and that's why we think that it could be just the starting point of something greater. Anyway, even in the short term, as you can see, the breakout of the confidence and the trend line support is not a good sign for the market as well. And here's markets probably will tend to next support, as we said, 1016, 1020 area. That's the next area that we will keep an eye on. Maybe even today it could be reached, so we will see. On the dollar index as well, here's take a look at the reaction on the XOP target. It's been hit, and market was in tight consolidation, kind of the Gartley's cheap to buy has been formed. It hasn't shown any downward action, so our suggestion that probably that is not yet the right arm of the pattern. was wrong, and it seems right now that indeed that was the right arm of the pattern. This head and shoulders, and market is just moving higher because it stands already above the XOP and is trying to break the confluence, the same kind of confluence as on the euro. Although the target stands a bit different, so for the euro currency target stands a bit closer than to dollar index. On the dollar index, target stands with the major 618, 9804, and it's pretty nice and pretty significant area till this level. While on the euro currency, this target stands much closer, and mostly it coincides with the same XOP. So here's the shape of the patterns a bit different on the dollar index and in the euro. Here the XOP agrees with the ABCD based on the hand and shoulders. As you can see, this is hand and shoulders that we have on the euro currency. Alright, but on the dollar index it's quite different because XOP already has been hit, but OP stands in a large extension compared to this area. This put the shadow on the perspective of the euro as well. So yes, we probably could wait day for reaching of the 1020 and 618 support, but extension of this target, this market will tend to it, because if it will break the confidence, it will be relatively free space here. Put the shadow on the euro as well, because it means that it could continue downward action below the 1016 level. So that's what we have here. On the hourly chart, guys, well, it's not much to comment. That was our churning price action on the European Central Bank meeting, all that we could get yesterday, because if you remember, we talked about the possible long position here if you would like to trying to get the wild card on the European Central Bank meeting, and all that we could get is just ABCD target. So market has shown the ABCD, complete some extension, but it hasn't led to real upward breakout and upward continuation. That's why mostly this trade hasn't given any result, and you can see this collapse has happened. So currently, as we expect the downward action mostly, well, here we could keep an eye on probable minor ABCD retracement. Maybe market will retest this trend line. The kind of encouraging steeple to sell will be formed. If we will get it, that will be a chance to take the short position. If not, and in this case, market probably will continue move lower, right, directly to this target at the 1020, 1016 level. That's the nearest target that we have on the euro.